All right, we're live. What's up? Another day, another hunt. 38 hours so far in a week. A little more than a week. I've been playing this thing like nothing. What can I say? I just like the game a lot. It's not like I'm streaming because I need money, but it's just I'm streaming because I want to enjoy myself playing, and I like to chat while I stream. I hope you all having an amazing day. If you live in Europe, it's probably evening already. If you live in Asia, it's probably what are you doing awake? 6 a.m. Well, you might be in the you might be in your way to work, so probably not. You're probably streaming as well. Who knows? I need to know how to use this. We defeated Nergigante last stream yesterday. So now we need to find some more tracks and yada yada yada. I think we got everything we needed. I still want to kill that big ass guy. That's called Beelzebub or something like that. It's like a demon name. A little mixed up. Harvest box. Yep, collect, take all. I got a lot of it. Let me cultivate adamant seeds. Let me get mite seeds. Let me fertilize that and make Asian catalyst. Greatest speeds upgrade so you can begin your harvest quicker. I might do that. I don't know. Just trying out. Reminder that on nowstruggle.ninja you can stream sats. Like if it was you know, when you hear a podcast on Fountain, you can stream sats just the same way. You can use that to stream sats as well. For those who are in YouTube watching the live stream or Twitch or Trovo or whatever else, you guys are missing out on value for value. I think this is gonna be the next big wave of people coming into value for value this year, meaning that you stream sats or you stream Bitcoin to support your favorite podcaster or streamer, and as well as you are allowing them to not show you any ads. So you basically become the guy that provides the money for that streamer to survive or that podcaster to survive. It's amazing because you don't have any ads and it's not as annoying as getting ads from Spotify and so on. So we need to kill Gastodons or Barrows. Where is this at? It doesn't say. Forgotten fossils. It really doesn't say where any of that stuff is. I know these monsters are from parts that I don't want to go. Let me check investigations. I know this one. I think I got more than I can do on events. Let me check events here. Events are like Mighty Mayhem, Gastodons. Well, this is. What is this? I can't remember those. Rush of Blood. Ooh, 2 kittens. Oh, this is where I need to. Oh no, never mind. This is too low though. Wow, I don't know. Gaze upon the dawn, flash. These are like arenas. Rolling the Udagans. Deep. Wow. I need to kill a lot of them. I have 50 minutes to do all this though. Seems a little unrealistic. Might be able to. Let me try. Let me try. I was trying to find one in the Asian forest because that's where I need to go. Well, I need to go to the Wildspire Waste too. So whatever. We'll go there later. Whatever. Let me take this out. I love these animations. Some steak, get some steak. Boom. Wow. I get hungry. Look at that. Yeah. Ate everything. Alright. So we are ready to go. Ready to rumble. Alright, alright, alright. You got 15 minutes to hunt like 4 monsters. Who are you?
Are you okay?
Oh! What? I didn't notice he had that on. Alright, we should be good on supplies though. I not quite, but whatever. I need to get out of here. Okay, I'm losing time. 5 monsters in 50 minutes. So I need to find all of them pretty quick. I also need to stones. I need to kill them pretty quick too. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. Alright. I don't have any time to lose here. I also need to find some tracks. If we find any. Some honey. Well, there's no tracks or anything here. I think the I might need double the amount of that time. On Toby Kalachi, okay. Where? Alright. I think we found a way. Stop it. Alright, dudes, y'all need to chill. I don't know where to go. I think I kinda remember where to go. Yes. Down here you could. Then up. Yep. Then get this. Then here's the Toby Kalachi, whatever. This is a little hard because it's very fast too. It's like one of those monsters. They are like super fast face, and it's a little hard for me to kill these guys. They don't have any venom or anything. It's just annoying. Ah, he got me there. Fuck. Thought I was safe. Jesus. What the fuck? You weirdo, get the hell down. Piercing pot. We need that. Right from the grinder. Woo! Oh, that hurt. I'm electrocuted. What that means? See, weekend is here. Yes. How we doing, man? Oh no. Kill me. I missed that one. Lame. I'm gonna stop him right there. I don't have any more. Fuck. Let me get the wasp. Follow that guy around. Weekends, dude. I wish we didn't work the weekends. Everybody's off the weekends, but as a restaurant, it's like the best day to work is weekends. It kind of sucks, really. You having a good day so far, buddy? Yep, there it is. Ah, there's Pookie. I think the Pookie is here too. I think I saw him over there. Ah, he's trying to run around again. We need to get him real quick. Okay, that was it. We kill him. Now we need to find the Pookie's close. Or Puke, whatever his name is. There will be 2 out of 5. And we got like probably less than 40 minutes. I don't mind the Pookie that much. It's not that annoying to kill. Where? We got some feathers somewhere. Here it is. Material. Should we go? You multitasking, you always do. That's fine, man. I'm doing pretty good, bro. It's been a chill day so far. So I think I'm off tomorrow too, so I might be streaming all day tomorrow. Okay, we found the Pookie. I see him. You know how that is. Work. Where should we go? Is there any way we can go up already? No. Alright, whatever we find first, we kill. Oh, I hear something. I think it's in this direction. How do you do to multitask? I can't do it. I mean, I try, but it's like, nah. Anjanath. Do we need to kill an Anjanath too? Yep. Great. Love killing Anjanaths. They're the best. He's telling me to go this way, so what I'm gonna do. Here's the Anjanath, okay? The Anjanath is it's not that hard. Try to run now. Come back here, buddy. Yeah, he does that a lot though. Went to repo. Oh, he got the fangs and the wings out. Oh, he got me there. Fuck. There's another one here too. That's a Pookie. How are they gonna fight? Oh shit. You little bastard, leave me alone. Jesus Christ, what's going on? I'm not in the best spot. Oh, there's 2 of them now. Oh my god, I'm gonna destroy here. Yep. I need to get down ASAP. Is there any sport? Okay. Bastard. Boom! What's up, man? My path to fire, 21 set. Thank you, sir. Shit! That's so good. Hello. I'm gonna get wrecked here. I fucking knew it. I'm dead. Stop him, cat. Yes. Did it for a second. That's gonna run. I don't like engine ads, they're so annoying to kill. GG. It's not done yet, guys. Oh my god. I'm missing everything. Fuck. Oh god. Right in the head. Right in the beak. That's the one he always gets me. Okay. We can do this now. Woo! I missed it! No! That wasn't a good trade. At all. That's what you get. Beast! Take him down! I'm trying! This is strong! We can do this. Let's go. Satoshi, give me your strength to carry on this task. Oh, that was a cringe. Shit. Woo! That was the one I was expecting. Oi! Whoop! See ya! You saw that? Yeah, you guys saw that? It's 2 evades. Fuck him in the eye. Let me try next time. Come back here. I think this might be the last phase. Oh. Whoa. Right in the ass. Poke. Nah, that didn't work. He might die after this. Never mind. Right in the butt. Dude, I missed that. That was bad. Let me get this really quick. Oh, I missed that. No. This thing used to live in Jurassic Park. I think they made like a T-Rex. I mean, of course, a T-Rex. Look at the paws. But this was one of the first monsters I had to kill. After this, there you go. Second one. We need 3 more. We need to kill 3 more monsters before the time runs out. Jurassic Park. Dude, I loved that movie when it came out. I think it was in 2000, the 2000s. I was a little kiddo. All right, let's hunt the one we have view of it. It's well, let's sharp our tool before going there. Last time I went, the grinder told me how do you go to a battle without sharpening your blade, dude. Yeah, it was so good. I love it. I remember going with my parents to one of the very few, I think it was actually the only one we had, movie theaters in Venezuela, in like our little state. And I remember like getting super scared. I'm about to fuck you up. Ooh, we dodged the scream. That was sweet. This one is not as annoying as the other one. The only annoying thing is the fuck. Not the fuck, but the poison. But we got anti-poison here. Antidotes. Very handy. Right. He got me right in the poison again. Okay, never mind. He got a very long tongue, like very weird tongue. He can't see me because I'm on the smoke. Fuck. Oh. Let's try and mount him. Wow, that didn't work. Whoa. He flies? I didn't know he could fly like that. Ooh, almost hit. I brought him down. Motherfucker. Come back here, bitch. I'm like a wreck today. Oh, poison. Fucking hell. I dodged that. I don't know how. Are you guys friends? Or like real life friends? Oh, I killed him. Boom. Alright, that one was easy. I'm asking because I see y'all together all the time. I think... Yeah, I cropped the tail is somewhere. I need to get it. Piercing pod, that's nice. I don't know where the tail is though. Alright, we got a couple more to go. Is this piercing pots? That's fine. Oh, here's the tail. Ugh, looks like a weird dick. What the hell is that? It looks awful. Alright, let's say we tied. Alright. Ah, that's nice. I don't have any friends. I do, they're just... It's not like we talk all the time. Y'all met on Nostr? Sorry if I'm being a little too obnoxious with the questions, but I'm just curious. Alright, where do we need to go now? This thing is sending me everywhere. Let's go there. Fuck, fell off. I hear another one over here. Nuts, shrooms. Ooh, I want some shrooms. I think the worst part of this mission is to like try and find these guys out. They hide in there and nest, and I really can't remember where to go. I might try to Pookie said I might try to go up, like to the very top, Um, I might find somebody up there. I've known some of the guys in my community for many years, and I even spend the lockdowns with some of them online every day. We kind of carry each other through that time. Oh yeah, the lockdowns were like where you met a lot of people online. Oh, I remember those days. But here, the thing is, here wasn't as bad. Like, we were out in a month, I would say. That's how long it's supposed to last. It's a quarantine, right? 40 days. But some places got really shitty with it. Like, very, very, I don't know, extremist. My pa is next on the list of friends to meet in real life while I'm here. Fun fact: I trust my guys more than most people I know in person. Yeah. Once you make a circle of very good friends, it doesn't matter if they're like real touchable people. Let's say it that way, like in person. You can get around with anybody that you meet online. I got a couple of friends just one friend in Poland. We don't really talk anymore a lot, but she was a really good friend, and she still is. It's just, life goes on, and we never met in person. I wish someday I could go to Poland, or she can come here. And the thing is, like, most people talk through the internet anyway. Anyways, like, it is very rare to find somebody unless you know them in at work, or, you know. Dude, I can find these guys. I don't know where to go. But it's cool, like, that's very nice to have. Somebody you trust, you can count on. Most people nowadays are shit, man. And that's a trend that has been happening. That's been happening for decades. Like, every... Oh, great Jaguars, there we go. Okay, I think we found him. It's like every year that goes on, every next generation, like, people it's cheatier and cheatier with their so-called friends. There's no honor anymore. That might sound poetical or whatever, but it is. There's no honor in people anymore. Oh, what just happened here? Alright, we need to find this guy ASAP because... Oh, we found him. There you go. He's running around. This one was the very first monster I had to kill while I was a hunter. Dude, fine. Cloud mining scam? I didn't even know about that back in the day. I wasn't paying attention to Beacon at all. That not a lot. Cloud mining scam. Can you walk me through it a little bit? I mean, I have an idea. Oh, he rolls in his belly. How pretty. Sorry, the tail for now. Woo! Oh, good that we missed that. I didn't mean to do that. Cloud money equals Ponzi. There you go. TLDR. Greatest TLDR ever. Let's try to get this guy right here quick after. My god, we missed that. Right in the beak. Ooh, we killed it like that. That was cool. Okay, we got one more. So you know Studio 3.14. I know him for almost 10 years now. Wow. We met on GAW miners. Yeah, 2015 was all about cloud mining. Or perhaps perceived cloud mining. Back then it was back when it was a thing to see gear shares for hash boards didn't exist. More fun than the ordinal crap. Everything is more fun than the ordinal crap, dude. Honestly, it's just dumb. But okay, we don't have to go that rabbit hole right now. Cloud mining sounds like gaming cloud gaming, but with a lot more Ponzi economics added to it. Because at least in gaming you see the results like while you're playing it, but how can you know that they're not faking all the numbers? And you're just paying a portion of it and they're just faking the numbers and paying money. Well, that's what you say a Ponzi scheme. It's fucking dumb. There's no way. My pacifier was the background story with Charlie Shem. He got arrested 10 years. That was the guy that was running the Ponzi scheme. Rathalos. We need to kill this guy. Oh my god, great. Rathalos. I love killing Rathalos. Not really. I hate killing those motherfuckers. Well, the Rathians are a lot harder though. Oh, he's right there. He's up there. So Charlie Schramm was the guy that was running the thing then. Laundering money for Silk Road. Oh my god. Where do I go? Up? Yeah, I guess I need to keep going up. We only need this guy right here, but it seems like I'm gonna have to go around. I don't know where to go. I'm just losing my time here. The fuck? He's flying anyways. I don't know what I'm doing. Where's that bastard, dude? Show yourself. Scale. Where's the scale at? Right here. Thank you. Yes. Please show me where to go. I have no clue. Oh, I didn't see this, I think. You know the US don't give a crap. They say something and they are like, yeah, we're gonna do it anyways. Because we are the government, we can do it. You peasants can't do that. Like we can, because who cares, right? Assholes. That's why they got so much money, so much Bitcoin, I guess. just confiscating it, then selling it for fucking dollars. Can print out of thin air. Ain't that funny? Dude, I'm running your circles, coming up tails. Running. Where is that Rathalos at? Oh no, no. Please come here. What? He's coming. Oh, here it is. Here. Oh shit, no! I fell. Can you come down here? One of the very first dragons I had to kill. Or one of the last. I can't remember. Oh yeah, this is... No, it wasn't one of the first. The first didn't do that. Yeah, this one is quite annoying. Let me see if I got... Okay, okay, dude, chill out. I think I'm dead. I know. God damn, this is strong. Can I stand up? Ooh, that was super close. Oh my god. Free rust. Fuck. Dude, I'm getting wrecked. Hold on. Let me refresh my plan here. All right, we need... Bastard. You're the last one I need to kill. Don't be annoying. Being very mean. I can get him from here. Dude, I'm in such a bad spot right now. I need to get out of here. I need to bring him down somehow. I also need an energy drink or something. Here you are, you little bastard. Flying dragons are like the worst kind, dude. They're so fucking annoying. Let me kill you. Please. I need to bring him down, do some damage to him. How do I do that? Keep going up. This dragon is like the Lord of the Rings. Yup. Same, and it's annoying as hell too, so it's pretty much a... And he flies away so far. Let me see where we can get him. Unless we got the trail now. I don't need that. Don't tell me where. think Gandalf is a white hair. There you go. Hello, sir. Yes. I'm gonna hit you in the face. That's what you get, you bastard. That's what you get, you bastard. Jesus Christ. You need to calm down. Calm. Face me like a man. Jesus Christ, this guy, dude. No. He's being a real bitch. You've been the worst, dude. Ten minutes left. No. All right. We might not be able to kill this guy. I really need to do some damage to him. But the problem is, he's such a motherfucker. Thank you, cat. Okay, he's down again. Before he leaves, he's gonna try to leave now. So what you get? I need to kill him as fast as I can. Before he start flying, that's the problem. God, I missed that, dude. Fuck. I'm gonna try to fly again. I'm a stunt. What a bastard. Dude, I don't think we got time for this. No, I don't want that. This is literally me telling where I need to go, and I'm not following it. 170, I don't think that's right. I hope it is. If so, please stab me. You risk that bitch. Come on down, bastard. We got the tail. We got the tail. This might be it. No! I missed. Fuck. Fuck. We got no time for this. God bless those. He left again. Mother. It's almost dead, dude. How do I get up there? This is useless. I see. Woo! Oh shit. Dude, I don't know what to do. Where do I go? Nah, this thing is like not telling me where to go, right? There you go. Okay. Change now. Can you just travel there? Fast travel? Yes. No. I'm gonna be so angry if I can kill this monster before the time runs down. Like, seriously. I need to kill him. Why have so many people watching? Well, I don't mind it. I love that. Thank you guys if you are watching right now. Fuck. We got 5 minutes. No. Let me kill you. Amor, no te escucho. Let me kill you. I can't do this all over. Please let me kill you. Amor, ya va. My girlfriend's like saying something I can't hear. What did we fucking Lo siento, amor, ya va. Oh, my hair hurts. We fucking did it, guys. Go away. I feel like I beat Tetris right now. I'm on.
GG.
GG. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. My girlfriend's trying to sleep, so I'm gonna try to speak a little. It's okay. Awesome. Barbara, Roxanne, Bunsy. Thank you. Thank you for chatting. She's on. You're on YouTube, Barbara. You can come to zap.stream as well. We talking a lot over here too. You might want to. But thank you for commenting. We got it. Dude, I thought we were like not gonna get it. But we did. Thank you, Satoshi. Let me see if we got any quests we did. After a refresh. you say 8 instead of 117. Yeah, maybe a little buggy. Yeah. That's fucked up. Go. I wonder if it takes like all the people from you know, scrolling. I think that's why, from amethyst and such, and they just happen to scroll a little bit there and then just move on. That might be ways doing that. Dude, I got so excited. I was like, yeah. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to do it. Well done. Gonna grab some food and watch a movie. I'll keep you tab. Thank you, man. You have fun. I might have to do the same in a little bit. I'm very hungry right now. You say just a little, yeah. let me let me try and swap some stuff here. This, yeah. Bitter bugs. I need them around me right now. I'm not using traps. And nuts. Let me see what else. Flashbot. We need this so bad, man. So bad. It's gonna be either sling armor. It needs the sounds. Dump pots. Yep. I need some dump pots too. Gunpowder, no. Everything else I don't think we need. Tienes que presionarlo, como hundirlo un poquito. Let's see. I think that should be fine then. We need some guild cards, yep. Charlotte, Bone Nomad. Okay, I'll take it. That was so much fun though. It was so much fun. I really like it. When Hispanos there. Mira, no sé qué debería hacer. ¿Chatear? O también hacer como un... Dices de jugar. Puedo jugar. Si me hablan en español, yo hablo. Pero si no, puro inglés que más. Let me see if I can upgrade here. I think I got the last upgrade from that. Since one more upgrade, that should be good. ¿Cómo estás, Noster Address? For now, should be alright. Get that defense up a little bit. Let me see if we can forge any armor yet. Oh, well, we got the barrels, right? Wrath. It's not as good as Sorry, Magdaros. Still not as good. Yeah, we need something very, very good here. Well, we need to kill more ruins and so. Yep. Yeah. Oh, I don't mind these ones. Dude, I can't get over myself with that last quest. That was just so fun. It was so much fun. Might play another quest, and after that I'm gonna take a break and eat something, guys, because I'm very much starving right now. Todo bien, contento con que estamos de nuevo en 41k. Yeah, Bitcoin is 41k now. Pero yo pienso que es como, bueno, no sé, que ver el precio todos los días. Yo lo hago, pero no está bien mentalmente, como que hace una mella. Sí, porque puede ir para los dos lados, pues. Entonces es como que si está muy bajo, como que de alguna manera te hace sentir, no sé, un poquito cabizbajo. A mí me pasa eso a veces. Pero al mismo tiempo digo, coño, puedo comprar más sats con el dinero en fiat que tengo, ¿no? Entonces está como ese juego allí. Pero cuando está el pump, uff, digo, soy rico. Cuando llegó a 49,000, yo, uy, ojalá que llegue a los 100,000. Alright. I think... Let me post a new optional quest, see what we got here. Because I know... Oh, the ping... I don't know. These two... Oh, lava... Oh, I hate that one. Algina. This is Coral Highlands, Wildspar Waits. This is where we need to go. Asian Forest. Oh, we could do this too. Because we really need to go to the ancient forest too. So let's hunt these Diablos. I got everything in my punch right now. Everything that I need. Diablos it's not easy. It's not easy kill. ¿Estás ahorrando en Bitcoin o Store Address? ¿O estás haciendo trade? I asked him like if he's saving or he's trading. That's one of the main, two of the main use cases right now. I just save it. I mean, saving is so much easier, less stressful. Oh, I'm maxed out in hunting right now. Okay. Just jump down. I think. Oh, what's this? Mining okra. Oh, this is good. This is advanced sphere. Ahorro. Muy bien. Yeah, very good. He's saving. Yeah, that's the best. Do you live in like South America right now? Because I do believe like one of the greatest use case for Bitcoin in is this the one? No, this is not the one we need to kill. So we just move on. It's like to save money in Bitcoin because you know everything against the dollar is crashing, and the dollar against Bitcoin is mostly crashing. So.
Found some Elder Dragon evidence.
Oh, nice.
Good progress.
There you go, another. So the best thing you can do is save, not trade it. Trading is like a very asymmetric bet against you yourself. There's another one here.
That's enough evidence of the
Okay, ya tenemos toda la evidencia. We got all the evidence we need. Well, let's hunt that Diablos real quick. Lo siento, amor, ahorita tomo un descanso para dejarte dormir. Sé que estabas intentando dormir. Yo pegando gritos no ayudan. ¿Sí? Es que... ¿Te disfrutas? Es que me emociono. Se me iba acabando el tiempo. My time was running... Oh, here it is. My time was running low. I was super excited. What's up, Diablos? I didn't time that right. F. Okay, well. He charges. I need to be careful with that. It's kind of dumb right now. I think I can cut his tail out. I like getting tails. It's gonna charge, so we need to be careful. Oh, see what he did there? He charged. And I wasn't careful. Ooh, I didn't expect that. I thought he was gonna do that. Alright. Follow me here. Come on. Oh, he went inside. Uh-oh. There you go. Uh-oh. Let me flash him up. Oh, yes. Okay. horns, man, the horns. Again. Jesus Christ. I'm getting wrecked. Oh, I'm dead. I'm super dead. I'm super dead. I was so dumb. He harmed me twice there. It was like the dumbest thing I have done in a while, of course. And I can't eat right now. Oh my god, I'm kind of fucked. I'm kind of fucked, guys. I'm honest with you. Dice, el trading es para los timberos. Hace unos meses tuve que vender gran parte de mis satoshis para arreglar la casa y ayudar a mi madre, pero vale la pena. Exacto, pero es que para eso es dinero, pues. Para ocasiones que de ver ahorrando, lo mejor que puedes hacer es eso. No está mal. Me alegra, me alegra. Unlucky, man. Yes, man. I try to. Me alegra que pues tengas la mentalidad de seguir stackeando y no como que, bueno, ya vendí y no hago más nada. You know? Okay, but yeah, it was. I got there twice. Like the horns hit me twice. It was dumb of me. Just for letting that happen. Now I gotta face him without food. So that's gonna be something that I'm so sad, but whatever. I'll try to do it like this. It's not as hard as you might think, but if you're not careful, he will F you up easy. I got 2 defense boosts right now, so I should last enough. We move right back here. That one right there, like that one's is very easy to dodge. If you're not careful, if you're attacking a lot constantly, then you don't have time to dodge it. And I remember this guy, once he charged like that, he can get a stomp in the rock, so we might try to do that. When he gets inside when he gets in the ground. I thought I missed. Come on, dude. You're being obnoxious. Got me a potions. Okay, here he comes. Please, oh no. Whoa. Again. I did it again. Dumb shit happening all the time. Woo! That was lucky. Alright, he's coming. So let him come. Oh, he went for the cat. Not bad, not bad. Oh, we broke something. I'm gonna try to flee now. Ooh, that wasn't lucky. Oh, that's okay. That was unexpected. Holy shit, dude. This guy. Oh no. Fuck me. Come on, cat. Do something. Please. I'm dead. Oh, maybe not. I went to the cat. Good. I think he left. Wow. That was scary. I thought I was gonna die there. Look for it. Can we get more? What do you call this? Nutrients here? Yep, we can. Yeah, I need it to be all the way up as much as I can. There's another dragon up there. Is he fighting it? Dude, give me a break, man. My goodness, this guy is so annoying. Stop. He's mad. I don't know why he's so mad. Nice. Ooh, here's the devil Joe. I don't have an. Oh shit! Holy crap! What's happening? Put this on. Chill out, dude. You can see me. Diablo's material, WJ material. It's right there. I think this might be the last. Yeah, this is gonna be the last one. Whoa. There you go. That's what I wanted. Whoop. Right on the head. I think I can call for. Where is it? He left again? Come on, dude. There you go. Ooh. Dude. Oh shit, here it comes. That's some bullshit. Get in here, man. I didn't have a chance there. Ah. That's what. What was that? It took me so long. We got him. Took me forever. Yay! Yay! We did it, boy! We did it. We killed it. We killed Diablo. Sa. 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 It took me 20 minutes to kill that beast. I don't think I can prize here. Ooh. What is it? Decoration that has iron skin skill. Sand sound skill. I have no idea what that is. Like pretty much this whole game is like that. I'm just discovering things. I don't know.
We have enough data on the wildfire waste now. Let's go report to ecological research.
Alright, we need to talk to this guy right here.
Still in one piece, then?
Okay, whatever. Alright. All the Devil Joes. We're posed a quest called the Food Chain Mirror. It's a daunting task, but if you ask that, I
Hey! Alrighty then.
cool. So we get a new quest to kill probably a Devil Joe. Special assignment. Alright.
What? It's time.
A
Then-
Teostra? Going after it will definitely put all of your skills to the test. I think you'll be okay with a full belly.
A Teostra Infernal. Oh my god. Okay. That's another one. But the thing is, I need to eat. So I'm gonna grab something, guys, and I'll be back. What a guy's kid. But I want to collect all the quests first, though. All the quests I can collect. Is there any other? There's this. Is that the smithy? Is that the quest? Oh, okay, it's a quest board.
Hey, partner.
I like the dress. So let's see which quest we got. We got a slime quest. We got a Teostra Infernal. That's a new one. But that's gonna be in Elder's Recess, so it's gonna be a bunch of lava and stuff. And we got a special assignment, which be to hunt a Devil Joe. Devil Joe is a frightening presence that takes the idea of the food chain and crushes it between its massive jaws. Now it's here in the new world. It's time to get investigating. Well, I've seen that guy a couple times already. Same for the one we don't have still clue, which is the what's his name? The Beelzebub or whatever. What's this? Hunt all these monsters. This might be the Beelzebub or whatever the name is. I haven't seen that logo in a long time. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back in a few minutes. In the meantime, you can enjoy watching the counter go down, as well as some zap.stream logo probably. All right, let me be right back and set the timer for like 15 probably. Just gonna do it. All right, I'll be back. I've been zapping myself. All right. Excuse me. What was on? Oh no. Let me check something. All right.
Another edition of Noster News. Welcome, Max.
Noster News. Thank you, DK. Excited to be back in person.
I love it. I'm glad. Yeah, always in person is more fun than remote.
That's right. Although I am stoked, as some people may see soon. I've recorded a couple of podcasts. I haven't done podcasts in a while, in the last couple of days, so I now have a new mic. So if and when we do need to do remote,
Yeah.
when you're out of town and I'm in town, we have a mic. But still,
And we played with your mic. It's fantastic.
yeah,
together.
it's like
Pro setup.
yeah. Shout out to my girlfriend who got it for me.
So it was
I'm
a
really
holiday
happy.
kind of gift.
It was my Christmas present.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I was definitely too lazy to figure it out on my own, so I appreciate that. But IRL will never be replaced. IRL is always
Right.
the best.
Right. So when was the last time? I always ask this. When was the last time we got together IRL?
Right before Christmas.
We did a mid-December-ish,
Yeah.
late December. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And so since then we had the holidays. I think
Some Nostra news here.
mellowed and slowed down a little bit for that.
Excuse me.
We were traveling. We actually just got back. We were in Hawaii last week.
Oh,
So
I
we
didn't
got
realize that.
yeah. You see my nose.
Shit.
I thought you were just in Mammoth like normal, but damn, okay. That's,
Yeah.
did you do any surfing?
We didn't get a chance to surf. The thing is, Jen has kind of her knee surgery. She's getting
Oh,
over
right.
it. So she was like, I want to go somewhere where we can like swim in the ocean every day. Okay, Hawaii's great. And that's it. So we basically either swam in the ocean or a local pool every day.
Nice.
So it was a big swim vacation.
Cool.
And I got a chance to do the second ascent of Haleakala, which is the kind of 0 to 10,000 foot, cycling kind of.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've heard, so I've only been to Hawaii once. It was for a friend's wedding in like Honolulu, so I didn't get to like do too much exploration. I did go surfing, which I'm not a big surfer, but I took a lesson.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
super fun.
Yeah.
I
I'm
loved
gonna
it.
mute myself.
But I've heard that, one of the reasons people love Hawaii is there's just incredible, I guess, mountains or hiking and cycling.
Yep.
Is that on the same island or is that a different
I
island?
mean,
or-
they're each special in their own ways. We were on Maui,
okay.
which has pretty great surf breaks. They're really big in the winter on the North Shore, so that's not our style of surf. But kind of like the more mellow stuff. on
You're
the,
not out at Mavericks.
yeah, it is. I mean, there's Jaws. Have you heard of Jaws?
The movie?
Jaws is a famous surf break on the North Shore of Maui.
Oh, okay.
Piahi, I think, is the kind of local name.
Nice.
But yeah, that was going off on I don't know, 20, 30 foot waves. It's like a Mavericks type situation every winter in January. Right?
Nice. Cool.
So we didn't do that, but we were out in the kind of the more swimmable kind of surf beach, boogie board, bodyboard,
Nice.
Those kinds of scenes. So it was
Cool.
fun.
Yeah, I'd love to go back and do Hawaii again, but do some more hiking. And I didn't get to do much of that.
We did a
so-
brief hike. I mean, geez, each island has its own stuff. There's like I think is it Waimea Canyon? The one on Kauai is kind of they call it the Grand Canyon of Hawaii.
Oh.
It may have a different local name, I forget, but that's a great hike. Actually, Kala'au Trail on Kauai is another one that's like a epic hike.
Cool.
Steve's done it several times, and he's always reporting back to me. I've only done little bits of it, but he's kind of done the whole thing. I think he did it with a team recently, anyway.
Oh, nice. All right.
So yeah, those ones are great. Cycling is great on like Big Island and Maui. Hiking basically everywhere. Big Island is great for hiking. So
Yeah, and this actually reminds me, you sent me a couple weeks ago, right after the new year, the Kevin Kelly post about doing the walk and talk.
oh yeah,
And
cool.
for those who haven't seen this, the gist is pretty simple. Get a group of friends together, you walk and you talk for a couple days.
And he kind of curates the group. So I think he does. How many is it? Like a dozen people or so.
Something like that.
And they go to some sort of remote-ish location, but they keep it pretty budget-friendly. And I think it's 7 or 10 days or something. And it's
Yeah.
kind of walk and talk every day, and you build new relationships, and you kind of eat together. But it's not meant to be like a, opulent luxury thing. It's more meant to be like get the right people together and just walk.
I love
Make
it.
that a thing.
So a couple things that brings to mind. One, we should definitely do that. We should get like a Bitcoin Noster thing
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
which would be super fun. I was thinking maybe around here, but maybe we go to Hawaii and do this thing you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about that Steve did. So that's number one. Number two, I mentioned this to you, but just to throw it out there to the pod, in 2018, I think, I had what I called Ideas Fest. And to this day, it was like the most fun, certainly one of the most fun 3-day periods in my entire life, where I got a couple of my buddies. I was living in Mexico at the time, so a couple of buddies from Mexico, a couple of buddies back in San Francisco. And, these were just friends of mine that, for whatever reason, one guy from New York, that I just thought they had interesting ideas and were working on cool stuff. And it ended up being just like, first of all, the people that were there now, one of the guys was one of the GPT-3 authors. Another guy was like really early in figuring out how a new way that cells are communicating with each other, sort of a biotech entrepreneur. And a bunch of other really just interesting out there people. And, we had so much fun. To this day, I would say like we all had this, like, it was only 3 days, but like this super special bond. Like whenever we see each other, it's always, oh man, the Ideas Fest crew. So those like taking the time out.
And did you organize that? Or
I did, yeah. Okay. I did with my buddy Ro, who I used to live with in Mexico, who is himself an eccentric and fun guy. He had a place in Acapulco, and so we just did it down there. So
perfect.
yeah, it ended up being like extremely cheap. Like obviously the place was free, and I think food costs were all in like $150. We had very healthy meals. Anyways, it was I miss Mexico for that for sometimes, but anyway, so that was super cool. And then I'm thinking maybe this year, I'd love to do some kind of walk and talk. I definitely want to do more kind of like purpose, like not just travel to travel. Kind of burned out on like a lot of conferences and stuff. Probably won't do much of that, but I want to find a way to get some of my companies and maybe some, hackers I really like, maybe some of my LPs together in SF this summer. And I was thinking about also kind of doing like an AI Noster, another hackathon like we did last summer, but maybe a little more lead time. So we'll see if I get all that together, but big plans. Yeah. At least in theory.
Yeah. No, I love it. I think walking is such a perfect, just like gets you out of your normal habits of sitting across from somebody and eating, having coffee or whatever.
Totally.
Which is fine. Those are fun too. But I think when you're kind of side by side and trying to go from a place to a place, and you just have like there's a different feel. It feels less focused in like a good way. You sort of explore the edges a little more. And I think one of the toughest things is to put yourself into situations where you are exploring edges and you're not just rehashing the common threads that everybody's talking about and doing it. It's like easy to get stuck in the ruts if you don't push yourself to be outside of that.
Totally. And it's also healthy, right? Like I think there's something really to be said for like walking does stimulate your thinking,
Yep.
And actually another thing that just popped to mind in 2016 or something, a bunch of my, college friends, we used to push to do a trip together every year. And sadly, since COVID and we've just stopped, but one year we did go hiking in Patagonia. And so I guess it kind of was that. Yeah. And it was so much fun because you're moving constantly. We're getting in great shape after a week of that. Yep. And you don't, being forced in nature, no phones, that was critical too.
Oh yeah.
No phones, and all of a sudden all kinds of new ideas start bubbling up.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of walking and the pod, we should try, I kind of have a little experiment brewing in my mind.
Tell me more.
So while we were traveling, we ended up on kind of a phone call with somebody that wanted to talk to us for the Founders You Should Know program. They were, wanted some help with something. And we sort of dropped everything we were doing, hop on the call, and the things that we were talking about were things that we hear a lot. And I was like, why don't we just like record this? And then we have something to share and we can just sort of make it. So we have this like it's kind of a horrible video, horrible audio recording of me like driving around Hawaii for 40 minutes, talking, basically like recreating the conversation. And Jen is kind of prompting me and it's kind of a little bit of like a pod feel, but it's kind of in motion.
I like it.
And then the other day we were kind of doing the similar thing, walking, around the Presidio. Yeah. So I got a selfie stick and some clip-on mics.
Let's fucking go.
So maybe
see where this is going.
You see where it's going, right? So maybe next time we do this,
let's do it outside.
Do it outside, walking, and see how that feels. See what shows up.
I'm super into it. I, as you know, I'm a big walker, so any excuse I can. To
What's your typical steps? Your sats for steps.
Well, interesting question, because if you recall, you asked me that question about a year ago. Yeah. And I didn't know you could even track this. I was technologically behind, let's say. So I can tell you, my average steps, I'm a big walker now, over the last 6 months.
Okay.
14,097 steps. Big walker.
Not bad, yeah. I'm down a bit, but I'm at 11,000 over the last 6 months.
Nice.
As a daily average. When we sort of, I think the weather and the rain and stuff matters a lot.
I do that alone
Number of calls, which
in the restaurant.
Force calls to be walking if I can.
every day.
And then we
10,000
had a
plus.
previous dog pass away, and that sort of stopped. That sort of let up some of the walking. But I guess we're actually past that now, right? So yeah, we should be into the new stuff. But the new dog is too young to walk the same amount. And, we'll get there though. I'm expecting the dog brings back the walking. But actually, maybe the pod. Maybe a walking pod is like the answer.
And if we do this, maybe we'll do it more frequently because we're out there getting exercise. It's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think anyone's ever said, "Man, I walk too much."
Right. So, and tell me a little bit about the pod stuff. So you sort of got this new mic, and what do you hope to achieve with it, or what kind of formats and ideas are you thinking about?
Well, so the last 2 days I was appearing on someone else's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, I did like a podcast. I don't do a ton of podcasts, but last year I did one with Last Trade, this guy Michael Tanguma, and I think Marty Bent and Croesus. They launched a new pod, and I like all those guys, so I was happy to do it. And then we had a great discussion, but theirs is very much geared more towards kind of like a more Bitcoin is gold investory approach, which is less what I'm interested in. So that became more of a Nostr and protocol discussion. Then they decided, hey, we should do a Nostr protocol, whatever, kind of making Bitcoin useful podcast. And so anyway, so I did that one with them, and that was fun. And then I did one with Carr, who runs Pleb Lab with Kian down in Austin. And that was also just, I really like that guy. So those were more kind of my traditional thoughts on Bitcoin and stuff, and it was a good way to test the mic. But what I'm hoping is, I've never really thought of myself as a podcaster, and I still don't per se, but I love chatting with you. And this is an incredible excuse for us to get together and hang out and chat. Totally. And then I like
to be a podcaster, you don't really need to be like, let's say, you don't really need to have a degree or anything. You just need to have a knowledge of the subject you're gonna talk about, and be kind enough to hear the other person out, and that's basically it. Of course, if you're very well spoken, and this is a super plus, but like, you don't really need to be anything to be a podcaster. You just need knowledge, a will to talk to other people, and a will to listen to other people. But yeah, I mean, he seems pretty good guy. He seems like a pretty good guy. He lets the other people talk, which is the idea. We need information to flow.
Sharing it, and like occasionally we get learn really cool things from people in the comments, and at the very least, no one watches it, but we got to talk. It's kind of like you can't lose.
There's no downside.
Exactly. And so then so I started thinking, obviously I like Bitcoin, I like Nostr, I like all those things, but like I like a lot of other things. And like one thing I'm trying to do this year is not get too myopic in my worldview. And this is what I joked about on the podcast yesterday, like especially the Bitcoin thing. Came to a point where it's like, I get it, 21 million energy back. It's amazing. I'm so sold. Like, I don't need another podcast ever to like say or hear that again. Right. The Lightning and Nostr stuff is more interesting because there's new ground.
Ever changing.
But frankly, I'm interested in a lot of things. So I'm experimenting the idea of starting to do some interviews, maybe remote, maybe at my house or people in town, on just whatever the hell I'm interested in. So I'm sure there'll be some Bitcoin, Lightning, Nostr stuff. Open source AI. I went to a really cool meetup a couple nights ago. This is one of the beauties of San Francisco. And one of the guys that y'all are friends with, the Lum Index guys and some of the people there. And yeah, I met some really interesting people, and one of them we're going to hang out next week, learn more about like his like kind of open source RAG, or like, which is like a way to take data and put it into a model.
Let me do something, guys, because I really need to fix this up. Let me find. I have 340 viewers. What is this? I think that's wrong, but I'll take it. Something, guys, because let me find. I saw a post of somebody. Also, I'm gonna link that interview here because it's needed. Yo, wait, what happened? Oh yeah, yeah, there you go. Come chat. All right. Also, here is. Can I post like stuff like this? Oh, it's possible to post on YouTube. That's pretty cool. Also, yeah, let me keep listening. It was very
Company.
interesting.
And yeah, so it's people like that. So some of the open source AI stuff I want to go deeper on. I'm also, yeah, I'm just interested in a lot of things. I'm interested in musicians. There's some kind of interesting beat makers, like one that I really like a lot in Berkeley. I'd love to chat with him. He's a weird, interesting guy.
Yeah.
This is going to sound kind of out there, but I've been getting increasingly interested with my girlfriend actually in ancient civilizations. And so, you know, definitely went down the Graham Hancock rabbit hole, and there's a lot of other rabbit holes that sort of unearths. And so,
What is the? I don't know, Graham. What's
you don't know
his-
Graham Hancock?
No, what's his work?
Well, okay. So he kind of got, I mean, he's been writing for decades, but he got popular like on a couple of Rogan episodes. Maybe, 2019 was one of his bigger ones, maybe a few before that. My buddy Ro in Mexico is very into him. He's the one that turned me on to it. I've always been interested in ancient civilizations and, you know, as I call it in my stack,
I like that stuff
which
too.
I've neglected, ideas from the edge. And anyways, you know, his big theory, you know, he got really popular, more so than Rogan last year after he created a Netflix show. And you should check it out. It's pretty good. The thesis of the Netflix show got a lot of hate from archaeologists, which, you know, in an era where I'm trusting the centralized sources less and less, probably a good sign. Basically, his thesis is that human civilization is much older than people realize, and that there was basically a big flooding event, as is, you know, written in the Epic of Gilgamesh and the story of Noah and lots of different societies, and that basically, you know, the Younger Dryas or something like that, he has done extensive research into like when this might have been, where it might have wiped out. And his thesis, you know, there's some people out there that are a little bit, let's say, more throw shit against the wall and see what sticks with the ancient aliens. I don't know about all that, but his thesis is more that, you know, a huge portion of the human civilization, maybe there was like maybe Atlantis or something else that was more advanced, got largely wiped out, but not entirely wiped out. And so some of those people that survived were able to go and pass on, and there's like many images in Egypt and other places of like someone with like a small bag, and he thinks that's symbolic of passing on the knowledge of the prior civilization. So that might include things, you know, around agriculture or potentially building, you know, pyramids or things like that. And anyways, it's just really fascinating. And, you know, I'm not saying it's all true, but you know,
That was pretty cool.
I'm very much in the camp of punk, renegade, DIY, everything.
Yeah.
That's why I like Bitcoin, Lightning, Nostr. Like,
Right.
question authority. You know, just because it's contrarian doesn't mean it's right.
Right.
But it's healthy for amateurs to be able to explore fields. And
Yep.
so anyway, so I think it's really interesting. And I've also just been getting, you know, just pyramids in general. Like, you know, there's pyramids in all kinds of different cultures. You know, I lived in Mexico for a long time, and you have the sort of flat pyramids of the Aztecs and the Mayas further down the peninsula,
true.
southern Mexico,
How-
Guatemala.
how did
You
it
have,
do?
Obviously, the pyramids in Egypt.
How did they
which
connect? Why
there's
so many pyramids around the world?
Brian Romilly or whatever, the guy that's always tweeting about open source AI.
Yeah.
He's put out some interesting conjectures about, you know, was it used as a battery or something? I don't know. But these kinds of questions are fascinating to me, and there's something weird going on, you know, that this structure emerged over and over. So, so yeah, so I'm getting interested in ancient civilizations. And
Do you think about the Roman Empire a lot?
actually, I don't think that much about the Roman Empire. I've been thinking a lot more about Mayans,
Greeks.
Olmecs that came before the Mayans. I've been thinking a lot more about the Egyptians.
Is there a hypothesis around like which ones were most advanced or who'd gotten furthest along in the technology tree?
I don't know a ton on that. I mean, I think, you know, one, I guess, common thing is the Atlanteans, right? Like that's something people have always talked about. It's referenced in Plato and that could be one answer. I think it's certainly clear that in different societies there were different types of technological advances. And so what I mean by that is, if you look at like some of the paintings or some of the drawings in Egypt, or certainly in the Mayan, ruins and whatnot, looks pretty psychedelic. Looks like someone was maybe on a DMT trip to me. And if that's the case, then
God damn.
I think one of my general, not exactly criticisms, like I certainly appreciate all that we have achieved with science in the modern world, but I think a sort of like materialist view is pretty limited. And I think there are many other avenues and other kinds of technology, for example, more mental technologies that, the Vedas in India mentioned, the sort of Mayan lore mentions. And anyways, all these ancient, and the Egyptians as an example. So there's a lot more, I think, that ancient civilizations were exploring in different paths than perhaps our modern day science does.
Right. Very nice.
Yeah. And I'm also very interested in just watching the way that languages develop. As another aside, I've been getting much more interested in, again, shout out, my girlfriend got me a really cool Christmas present. We're supposed to go down and meet someone whenever we can make it work, but at the Santa Fe Institute. And I'm really interested in, questions around complexity. And there are a couple of interesting projects down there around studying sort of Mexican languages, Mesoamerican languages, and how they developed. And I think it's just really fascinating to see how,
These are languages like not rooted in Spanish?
No, like pre-Hispanic.
Yeah.
So like
no,
the
they're
Mayan
like
languages, the Aztecs spoke Nahuatl. That's how you say it.
the Waco. Yeah, in Venezuela we got a bunch of those dead languages now. all the civilization before Spain conquered the Americas or whatever. Venezuela, I do believe they are all not dead, but pretty much all the societies and civilization, small groups, communities, they use their own language to communicate, their own made-up language. Before, I don't know how you call it, but it's Cristobal Colon in Spanish, came to there and then imposed the Spanish as a standardized language, which is pretty sad because you get a lot of stories and overall stories lost forever because the language is no longer. So it's kind of sad. I just wanted to point that out. It's same in Mexico, but Mexico had more empires, like bigger civilizations, bigger communities. And they became an empire after many years. So I do believe that those languages are still a little easier to track down rather than the Venezuelan ones, because how small they were. But I'm not saying all that language can be tracked down now. It's just a little easier to find out. I'm pretty sure there's still people that speak those languages. It's just very hard for them to find one. All right, anyways, let's continue.
And
I'm liking it so far.
It's really interesting to see, language is an embodiment of the concepts of a day, but it also is reflexive and changes the concepts as well. And so it's really interesting to see, in some cultures, like the Eskimos famously have, a million different words for snow or whatever, or white or something like that. I forget the details. Yeah. But yeah, so that's another area. So my hope is that just like whatever the hell is on my mind and interesting me, I can start recording some cool combos.
Perfect. And you have some published already?
No, I have not.
Okay, you're just getting started.
But I haven't done anything yet. I've been a little lazy on this, but I have done 2 pods, or at least saw the equipment works.
Okay, but we can't hit the subscribe button and smash the notification bell.
There's no like button to smash yet. And I have a bit of travel coming up in February, so it might be March when things really get rolling. But,
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see kind of what you come up with, because I think you always have like a curious mind and looking in different directions.
For better or for worse.
No, it's great. And then I think playing with these formats of like let's try a walking pod and see how that feels. I think that kind of stuff.
Walking pod.
What?
Yeah. How are you doing? That's more like a jogging pod.
Content creator. What have you learned? Like what lessons since I'm a
No.
total noob, I know there's like some technical lessons or whatever. Like, starting a YouTube channel, should I get on Fountain immediately? Obviously, shout out Fountain. We'll talk more about them. Like, what should I know as a total noob?
Jeez. Yeah, I think like certainly would consider myself still a total noob. I've only maybe been playing with this stuff for, I don't know, a year and change or whatever.
Yeah, me too.
But I think I got way too complicated too early.
Yeah.
So I have like, this fancy mixer thing that, I mean, it serves
looks
a
cool.
purpose.
Yeah.
And, I have too many of these cameras. I think I have like 3 of these cameras.
Got to get that side profile.
I know. I should
Side profile.
set up. We just like throw one head on.
God.
Because I think it's just like it's so easy to get super complicated, and then
That's true.
friction and weight to actually making the things you want to make. So I almost would
Totally.
say if you're like fresh, you've got this
I roll with that.
wonderful audio. Audio's 50% of the thing.
Cool.
It looks like it's video, but it's actually audio's 50%. You got a great, piece of audio gear, super simple USB plug in, do the thing. You can do all the remote interviews you want. Having 2 mics is going to get more complicated.
Yeah.
But I think that's one. And then I would say like, don't even worry about, the editing.
Yeah.
You may cut some stuff out if you don't like it, but don't worry about your bottom thirds and openers and stuff. Just let it rip.
Okay.
I think that is, and I actually think there's an aspect to YouTube and podcasts that are changing and that are sort of more enabling or encouraging of
I don't know how to do this yet.
more like raw, authentic, information sharing, unscripted, off the cuff type stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's making a little bit of a moment. So I would say like double down on simplicity.
That's music to my ears.
And I wish I had given myself the advice before. Now I'm too knee deep in it. I was like, I don't know if I can do this today because I don't have the right cable to do the thing from that to that.
But DK always makes it work. A true engineer right here.
We got it. But yeah, I think that's fun. And then I would play as much as possible with like stuff. I mean, this is just me talking, but like this idea of like the walking pod.
Yeah.
Just kind of feels fun to us. And I think if you follow that energy, instead of trying to be like, oh, it's a podcast, so it should have 2 people sitting across from each other with microphones, blah, blah. Like, okay, we get that. That works. It's good. That works.
Right.
It's interesting. But there's infinite ways to find new stories, tell new stories, learn new things, share the things you're learning. It's not just like one way. And so I would say give your, like I told you, I was driving and threw my thing up and hit record and, got, half-hour video that we're going to publish out of that.
What, for the walking pod, or even this driving case, you're just using your iPhone as the camera or the microphone and the camera?
Yeah. So, as I said, I often bias toward making it more complicated than needs to be. I kind of start down the
It's like a human thing, dude.
tool. So for the one that
We really need to make
already
everything
did,
a little more complex.
The one we did already, we just threw an iPhone up on the dashboard, and it's kind of looking up my nose, and it's a little bit bad, video quality.
Beautiful. I'm already excited.
I'm really selling this, right?
Yeah, big time. DK knows.
And then it's when we're going over like a bump or taking a turn, it like hits the microphone and makes all these clackety clack sounds, which I correct with an audio AI podcast improvement.
God, I'm dying.
Again, way too much complexity. So what I think actually, I think the iPhone as a video recorder is wonderful, and just sort of out in the field you can do that. So
Yeah, I'm recording my camera with an iPhone right now.
coming today,
Nice.
and
We're streaming.
3 feet long, so we can probably just walk and hold it and see how that looks and feels. And then we got these little clip-on mics,
Got it. Okay.
and so I think we're just gonna wear the clip-on mics, and I think the audio quality is probably fine. And if it's not, we can run it through the audio improvement.
So wait, how does that work? So you just put on the clip-on mic, and then how is the data transferred? Like, where is it? Is it uploading?
So I
recording
my
it
is it
in the
actually
phone.
stores it on the mic. The
On
mic has its
device.
own
Oh,
storage.
okay,
and
that's cool.
There's a transmission, so I think it also transmits to like a receiver,
Beautiful. Which could be your phone.
and I think the receiver can connect to your phone.
Love it.
So
And would you recommend, let's say I wanted to do, which I've been meaning to, maybe host you and Jen or whatever over for dinner, and we do a pod at my house.
Yeah.
What would be the super hood version I could do for mics there? Like these clip-on mics?
I think these clip-on mics would work. Yeah, I was down this path about a year ago. I was like, I want to have dinner parties that we mic up and make just like clickety clang. The dishes hitting each other, but it's it's just us eating together.
Let's do it.
So that we're not like on.
talking
You know,
the
it's much
phone.
less performative when you're just eating and hanging. Not that I think our stuff is super performative, but like it's definitely different.
You'll hear a lot of chewing, dude.
Different when you're kind of just hanging with friends. So I've one.
It sounds fun.
I remember this. Somebody was telling me, I was talking to some friends about this, and they were saying, I guess one of the guys, I forget the guy's name, but some famous dude from Hollywood 20 years ago had a Table for Six TV show or something that was basically this. He
Cool.
he invites, it's him plus maybe 5 people. They get together and they just kind of talk about, Hollywood, the industry, movie making.
Let me
whatever,
see if I can.
But it's 6 voices coming together.
Sorry,
which is
guys.
A little bit more,
Shit.
maybe the all-in pot
Hope this
feel.
will work.
It was something where it's like a bunch of different perspectives all mixing over the dinner table instead of just the kind of
It's
one-on-one
better.
kind of
I was
deep
getting blinded.
discussion type thing.
You know what this is
Goodness.
making me think of? I don't know. Maybe it was a tweet or something I saw. Can't verify if this is true or not, but let's just roll with it. Saying that fashion goes in 20-year cycles or something.
Yeah.
So I think it's been about 20 years since Justin TV. Maybe it's time for DK TV.
So you're just like live streaming everything you see.
Justin TV, yeah, that was a side back in the
I want to
day.
play with a format actually where I feel like
Yo, hold on. As a side note, Justin TV. You like that? A few stars later, I love that. Justin TV. All right, here we go. From Wikipedia, Justin TV was a website created by Justin Can, blah 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 blah. Okay, in 2007, to allow anyone to broadcast video online. Justin TV user accounts were called channels, like those on YouTube, and users were encouraged to broadcast a wide variety of user-generated live content called broadcasts. The company was an internet startup in San Francisco. Also, it was an internet startup. Expansion. Wait, this it became Twitch? Like, yeah, updates until it became Twitch. Suicide broadcast. Oh, no way. Dude, I didn't know this, man. When? So on I hope this doesn't happen here. Can you guys see that? I'm gonna make it a little bigger. So yeah, there you go. On November 19th, 2008, 19-year-old Abraham K. Biggs committed suicide. Sorry if while broadcasting to a room full of viewers on his Justin TV channel by ingesting an overdose of opiates and at least he didn't shot himself or something crazy like that. Benzodiazepines. He was also struggling with bipolar disorder. He posted his suicide note online, as noted in the New York Times. The man's father, Abraham, says those who watch share some blame in his son's death. Dude, that's dark. Okay, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but I just want to read the note. Oh, this is the New York Times notes, whatever. Dude, that is scary. So I guess after that they shut it down. I'm guessing. I don't know. Well, alright. Let's keep listening to this then. God, Lord.
one of the things, and actually this touches on the ETF discussion, which you kind of listed in some of the notes.
Yeah.
I made a little video about the ETF stuff.
Well, I didn't watch all of it, but I saw part of it.
But it was kind of just like, hey, here's my thoughts. Here's what I'm thinking, learning, etc. And it's not meant to be like a super scripted, but it's more an off the cuff kind of reaction to what's on my mind right now.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about I think it's relevant to Noster, but maybe even easier for me to do in the Bitcoin space, which is like I think the ethos of Bitcoin today is, I think it's very I mean I don't know how to say this. Like in a sense it's very serious.
Yeah.
I mean, which it should be. It's like money, right? So I think a lot of people are very serious about it. And then there's kind of jokers too, but it has kind of this
seriousness to it.
super welcoming feel to it.
Oh yeah.
Maximal's crap.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think there's like a purpose for it. I get why it exists.
Same.
I'm not a hater on the fact that it exists.
It's kind
but
of
I also
dumb
think,
too. Yeah.
Like ETFs, for example, right? I make this little video about the ETFs, and hey, here's how I think about it. And I'm doing a little bit here with that, and I get a bunch of comments and feedback like, oh, that's not real Bitcoin. Like, which piece? I get it. That's not real Bitcoin, but it's also easily accessible and gets people maybe the first step on a journey that leads them to real Bitcoin.
Yes.
Instead of shutting the doors and saying, unless you do it fully the way we do it, you're not allowed to be involved in Bitcoin. That's obviously wrong.
Which
It's all voluntary.
Which people who think that way, they are against what they're doing something that's against of what they preaching. It's supposed to be uncensorable, permissionless. Like, okay, so you're telling me how to do the things. If you don't do it the way I say it, or I'm telling you how to do the things. If you don't do it the way I say it, then you're not in. It's like, no, you can't. That's fucking. It's oxymoronic, okay? It's totally opposites. So let people find out. Some people will have to learn the hard way. Like some people will. There's so much stubborn people. I'm one myself, but there's people stubborn with any other topics. So I agree with him. Like some people will have some people that's technically, let's say, illiterate for technology. The only thing, or let's say a company that they can invest money onto Bitcoin, so they need an ETF for it. So there's gonna be more awareness. You're gonna bring a lot more people in, and the thing is, we need to push education so people understand. But by saying like, you fucking suck, you own this shit, you suck, you can't be here, you are useless, you're trash, you can't do any of this because you don't have the real Bitcoin. No, it's like, it's a different. We need to view it from an educational standpoint to lure those people that are there in the real thing, So yeah, I do agree with him on this one. I think the best. I mean, the more stuff we get out, the better. All right.
I want to help. I want to almost like create more stuff that helps people see that it's almost more like a welcoming, friendly voice toward how this stuff, like what role it plays, why it might be worth learning about, a little bit more of like a very intro. Like, do you know Matt Belez? He made this thing before called Hello Bitcoin. That was kind of I think he was like actually running it out of like local libraries and stuff.
Oh, cool.
It was like a very friendly. It wasn't like, hey, you got to buy Bitcoin, it's going up. It wasn't this like, typical stuff you might see on, I don't know, Twitter, YouTube, etc. But it's more like, hey, like, here's the role, here's some of the problems in the world. Here's some of the potential solutions. We don't recommend you buy Bitcoin right now. We recommend you learn about it. And here's some of the early intro to how you might think about learning about it.
Yeah.
So I think Pablo did some of this with his, whenever he would go to a new location, he would do a little bit of his own.
Oh yeah, like a little talk
About it, right?
So that brings a lot of thoughts to my mind. The first thought I'll just say is I get why the toxic maximalists exist as well. And I will say, I feel acutely the pain that caused that. Mm-hmm. And the pain is, you just can't, like some people for whatever reason, like
you have to learn.
there's differing degrees of people don't have time to do their own research, and there's also some people with malice or whatever. But like, it's so obnoxious to be lumped in with crypto. Like when I was at this, open source, I think I'm always very careful. Right? Like I don't want to be like, oh, I'm interested in Bitcoin. It's always like, I'm very interested in open source software and how we can monetize open source software with micropayments. And wouldn't it be cool if you have your own identity and then kind of like back into Lightning Network? Because as soon as you say Bitcoin, people are like, Web3, crypto. And it's like, literally nothing to do with that. So I get it. It's super frustrating. And I've had some other people where, just kind of annoying investors as well, or just cannot make that separation. So I get it. On the other hand, you said something which I think is very important. The whole point of Bitcoin. I actually, talked about this in my last couple podcasts and gave a shout out to Drew Bansel from Unchained because I think he just said this really well. It's not a technological revolution. The technology was necessary but not sufficient. It's just about bringing markets to all sorts of things. And I think part of a market that functions is freedom of choice. And at the end of the day, people should be able to make their own decisions for themselves. If you want to be super cypherpunk and super hold your own keys, amazing, beautiful. Totally, you should be able to opt out of the system. 90% of people probably should never hold their own keys unless the technology gets radically better because they're going to lose it. And that's also not a healthy thing, right? So it's good to have a spectrum of technological solutions and content creators and all that stuff. And so I actually think you would be an amazing kind of like friendly face for Bitcoin because you get it. You understand all of the like why Bitcoin only. You understand what's happening there. But you're also generally just like a friendly guy. You're not like ornery. And the role I could see that's kind of like open right now is Andreas Antonopoulos. Did you ever watch any of his videos?
Yeah, I've seen his stuff.
Andreas was the GOAT, man. Like back in the day, man, I must have watched every single one of his talks when I fell down the rabbit hole.
I remember the one where he's like preaching to like the room of 3 people or something.
Bro, I mean, that man's literally doing God's work up there.
Yeah.
Like he's up there helping people understand how they're getting scammed by the, central banks. He's helping them figure out what makes sense and how they can hold their own keys if they want or not if they don't want to. And he's just such a reasonable guy. Now, I will say, I don't love that he went down the exploring other altcoins and stuff.
I haven't followed what happened because I know he was a very early advocate and kind of a very
Well, one thing what happened was he wanted to learn more and keep learning, and he's very information driven guy. He likes to know stuff. So I guess with Bitcoin, he stumbled upon something that kind of like stop him right there. You can learn more, and he's probably more like a technology driven guy. It's not bad as long as you're not chilling shit coins or altcoins or whatever. Whatever, he can do whatever he wants, right? So we all.
I'd say like a pretty good educator. But then what happened?
He was a very public guy, and blew up right in the 2017 bull run. Like he was the educator, and he'd been doing it obviously for years before that. I think he used to be out in San Francisco and lived all over. And then he kind of like tapered off. He got off of Twitter eventually. I think maybe in protest of Elon, maybe I don't know, but before that, he wrote mini guides to Bitcoin. I read that when I was learning how Bitcoin works. He wrote with Lalu and Renee Pickard the Lightning Network guide, which is great, like the O'Reilly technical book. He also wrote one on Ethereum, and that turned a lot of the Bitcoin people off on him. And he's very much open blockchains, which to me just means Bitcoin full stop. That's somewhere I've gotten over 10 years. But it is what it is. But he used to joke and call himself the Walmart greeter for Bitcoin. And that's what we need. Someone friendly that's like, let me see where you're at. Oh, you're not ready to hold your own keys? That's okay. Do you know where money comes from? Do you think it's backed by gold? Oh, you didn't know that. Well, hey, here's a whole rabbit hole you can go down.
Right. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I feel like is missing. And I don't know. I'd love, send me links or ideas or questions or, tweets or notes or whatever you're coming across that where you see kind of people who are asking the kinds of almost like the Walmart greeter is a perfect example, almost like the Walmart greeter use case, because I think to me it feels like that's a huge gap. And it would really help a lot of people understand what's going on here without the like maybe some of them will graduate to be toxic maximalists, and I think there's a good role for that to play.
Totally.
Without that, the whole thing kind of falls apart.
Yeah, no, look, shout out to the people that have been in this for 15 years now that, keep this movement going, that build the technology. But there's a role for a lot of people to play.
Yeah. And if that's not me, but I want to help in a different way, that's kind of That's what I've been thinking. So how do I figure out what can help people and what would be interesting and what sort of, in kind of the Bitcoin space, that's kind of
And riffing a bit more on the ETF thing. I mean, I'm not like an expert in any of this stuff, but I'll say kind of some of my initial reactions I think are positive, and then some concerns I have, and I'm curious your thoughts on that. I mean, the positives. Number one, to your point, why would someone hold a Bitcoin ETF? I actually don't have any Bitcoin ETF yet. I probably won't. But one thing is if you have a IRA or retirement account, and there are ways with Unchained and other people providing ways to hold your own keys, which is amazing, but that's very high friction. Whereas if you just log on, well, if I wanted an ETF, I couldn't get it right now.
But you can't.
Like have some like MicroStrategy or something as the, or Block is like the kind of like Bitcoin proxy there. But if it's just so much easier if you're used to going on. I'm sure it's similar for Fidelity or whatever, just like buy this thing, sell this thing, took me like 5-10 minutes. And that's great. And I think that's like a really important avenue, particularly for retirement accounts. It's a whole new sort of channel for capital and people to enter Bitcoin. I think also, the more capital that comes in, Bitcoin's volatility decreases over time. That's really important. If we eventually want this thing to become, a unit of account and a medium of exchange,
it's super stable. Super stable.
The more capital, the fewer single holders can rock the price either way. The better that is for volatility, the better that is for Bitcoin's long-term adoption. That's a beautiful thing. I also think it means Bitcoin's here to stay in the sense that, Bitcoin's here to stay no matter what. Even if the government tried to ban it or something, they couldn't. But I always think about one of the magical pieces of Bitcoin is that it's a form of alchemy for taking human greed or selfishness and turning it into cooperation. Right. So basically, the way I think Bitcoin or the transition from whatever fiat currencies to Bitcoin can work, and again, this can be a multi-decade thing, and I think dollars on top of Lightning and all this stuff is a great transition step. Blah blah blah. But it effectively bribes people. Yeah, which is great. It's like,
this is like
years ago in the last bull run, I don't think there were any, or maybe they just gotten tapped on, but like senators or Congress people that were super publicly supporting Bitcoin. Now you've got the Wyoming senator, you've got Texas, someone from Loomis, and I think even like a Democrat from Oregon, and then you got more Congress people, and now you've got all these new folks that maybe now because of the ETF, it's really easy for. BlackRock, right? It doesn't get more mainstream than that, right? Yeah. So I think that it's very good in the sense that the more people have some exposure to Bitcoin in some way, shape, or form, and the more the big financial players do, and the more the lawmakers do, it just every year becomes less and less likely that you can straight up ban it. Okay, so that's all the good. The bad, I'll say, or at least maybe not bad, but the concern for me. I think net, it's a good thing. I do wonder, if I were some like super malicious state attack or whatever, what's like the social attack to do this? And I do think about, and I know this has been discussed a couple times on Stacker News, in the, I guess the offering, it talks about being able to choose a fork. I do wonder sometimes, is there going to come a day where they try and when I say they, I mean, let's say call it the big powers of the Fidelity, BlackRock, all of them together, try and neuter the chain by having kind of we'll only accept Bitcoin in here if it's the OFAC compliant mining.
Absolutely. I wrote this note about this a couple weeks ago. They are probably at some point, maybe not now, it's too early. They're probably gonna try to fork a social fork of Bitcoin, and then eventually it's gonna be a real fork of Bitcoin, where you're gonna have the white, let's say not the white, but let's say the clean version of Bitcoin that you can use. This is the good one. We BlackRock, we whatever other big company and institution is, we provide you the real Bitcoin, the good one. This other one it's rogue. It's the black market Bitcoin. You cannot use that one to buy stuff because, drug addicts and drug dealers and money launderers take use this one. So don't use it. Use ours. And after that is set in the mind of people, like the naive, the ignorant people is gonna start thinking, yeah, sure, BlackRock is saying that, so yeah, we should listen to them. And then they're gonna fork it. They're gonna do a fork and say, okay, here is the real Bitcoin. Everybody needs to plug into this chain. We are OFAC compliant. We are the true Bitcoin, whatever. See? And I think that's the way it's gonna play out. It's gonna be like a social fork, a cultural fork, everything fork, and then eventually it's gonna be like the chain itself splitting. Oh, they're gonna try to split it. It's gonna be like shitcoin number 51,000.
Chain, and if you're on the bad boy chain, it's a different chain. I think the bad boy chain, or I'll call it the bad boy chain, but the free market chain, let's say, still would win over time. But it's a concern.
It can slow things down.
It can slow things down.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that as a I mean, the whole thing is about time frames, right? Because like I think there's an inevitability on all of this probably over the like millennia.
Oh, without a doubt, I would say even this century.
Yeah, maybe over centuries, but like we're talking human life. Talking decades, we're talking years, months. It can really slow things down, and I think everything is about timing, really. Yeah. I mean, it's so fundamental to all this stuff around energy and value, and even it's a time chain, right? It's not a blockchain; it's a time chain. Everything really comes back to time. Yeah. And all these great ideas and all these risks are risks of time. Totally. And so if the ETFs cause OFAC compliant forks and all that stuff, probably just it decreases consensus, it decreases confidence. It's probably not good for the long term the freedom and the restructure. I mean, I think Bitcoin is restructuring society. It's a new building block to kind of make everything more transparent. Yeah. And money's the first most obvious use case, but I think everything can and should be more transparent. I agree. And so if we delay that by decades, we don't get to see as much of it as if we can get it done in years. Yeah,
also I would be alive when that happens.
So I think it's all time. I agree with your reason to be optimistic and kind of your caution and concern. I would say I think like the reason that I see ETFs as a net good, which I think is also what you said, is that getting people exposure alone, even if it's just exposure, means that you're bought in and you're bought into the success, and you become more curious. Like, why did that go up? Yeah. What would cause that to go up? Like, you start asking questions. Not everybody, but some people. I think number go up technology is the best.
It's too strong, dude. It's too strong.
The rest of the down with the state, or or like be your own bank, and like these things. It's like most people are like, I don't really want to be my own bank. I
don't even know what that even means.
What does it mean? And like, it doesn't sound like something I was looking for, but number go up. I was looking for that. Yeah, exactly. So it's the best marketing, and I think once people get aligned, some set of people become more curious, and I think some people who start, I bet there's people who, their first buy will be of an ETF, and within
6 months
they will have full self custody. Yeah,
I think that's totally true.
And it might have taken them 10 years if there was no ETF. Yeah. So I see that as a net good, and I don't think it's like stoppable. I think more people on Team Bitcoin is better.
Yeah, I agree.
And
by the way, one thing I wanted to add on there, and we don't have to belabor this in this podcast, but you might be interested in this, and something I went in great detail on with Tinguma and whatever their new podcast is called, is the thing that really gave me comfort with Bitcoin, that got me 100% bought in, was seeing it as energy-backed money. And I think we've talked about this a little bit before. Buckminster Fuller talks about it in his book Critical Path, which I happened to be reading in 2019, which was just perfect timing. And Tesla and Edison, all these people talked about it. Andrew Myers from Satoshi Energy was very early explaining a lot of this to me. And, you can go as deep down that rabbit hole as you want. But, I came out of the energy world first and foremost. One of the things that I see that I think this is somewhere actually a lot of Bitcoiners will disagree with me and whatnot. But they can go and check the interconnection queues, and the facts will speak for themselves. But, you know, I got into solar because solar was just absolutely falling off a cliff when I got in around 2012, you know, 30 cents a kilowatt hour or something like that. Today it's like 3 cents a kilowatt hour in sunny areas around the world and keeps getting cheaper. This is one of the biggest stories in the world. No one understands, and it's absolutely massive. It's a sort of Moore's law style law called Wright's Law. ARK Invest has written about it. Tony Seba, this guy out here, has talked about it. Ramez Nam, who's actually an investor at FA, and is like buddies with Ray Kurzweil and all the Singularity Institute guys. He's been talking about it for over a decade.
What's the best? Is there like a single best primer
I can
of
send
writing
to you.
yeah.
Well, there's a couple. One, I'm very obviously biased, but I don't know if you know this. I was the lead author for the piece that came out from Square, Block, and ARK Invest, and I laid out a lot of this back in 2021. It's called Bitcoin is Key to a Abundant clean energy future, something like that.
Oh, good.
But if you want to just kind of understand some of these
Concepts.
I would say Mez. He has just go to his blog. His last update, he's done these models 3 different times in 2011, 2015, and 2020, and just kind of looks at how fast solar is falling. And, you know, the TLDR is the most bullish forecast, which has always been his, has always been too conservative. Every single time.
And does it have a, like you mentioned, about 10 years ago it was 30 cents, now it's
Something
about
like
3 cents. So
yeah.
Is it like order of magnitude over a decade? Is that kind of the rough pace, and it's kind of on a similar pace? Like it'll be
it's continuing to fall.
in kind of the same, like very Moore's law. I think Moore's law is like doubling every 18 months or something
like that. I mean, so depending on the data set you look at, it's not based on time. And this is something actually ARK Invest has written extensively about this. It's quite good. It's based on it's related to time, but it's based on the cumulative capacity produced and then obviously, you know, deployed. And so the learning rate is so in the energy industry, there's this concept called the levelized cost of energy, which is the like final cost per kilowatt hour, right, for any different energy source. And you know, you can basically model, well, for every doubling of solar or whatever it is, wind or nat gas, coal, hydro, nuclear that we put out there in the world, you end up with a more or less constant rate of the fall or decrease in the cost of levelized energy. And so, so anyway, so it's been falling. You know, Ramez thought it was like 20% back when he made all of his models. Depending on the data set you look at, it's like actually been like 30 to 40%. And it's actually been falling since like the 1970s when it was rated at very, very similar rates.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, so that's very interesting. And of course, the big problem with solar and with wind, although you can use them to balance a bit each other, is that they're intermittent. So if the sun doesn't shine, you don't get energy. But what I think a lot of people are actually sleeping on, there's a lot of talk in the Bitcoin world about nuclear and about, you know, energy density. And that's all fine, well and good. But there's actually, if you listen to Elon, I think when he was on the All In podcast, he kind of just poo-poos all of that. It's like, look, nothing's going to be able to compete against solar plus storage. Elon gets it. It's just a fact, like gravity. And what is really interesting to me is because the more solar you produce, the cheaper it gets. Storage has been coming lithium-ion batteries at a similar cost curve, called like 20% per kilowatt hour, something like that. I'm less familiar with the recent stats on that, but basically,
are those mostly due to EV use cases?
Yeah, EV is a big part of it. EV, but also, I mean, like Tesla puts its, you know, power walls. They have the residential, but they also have a business where they basically go to the, you know, industrial and commercial, like big off grid, or not off grid. Usually it's grid connected, but big industrial scale solar sites or whatever, and they'll have storage as part of it. And so, you know, Tony Seba and this guy, he has this think tank, Rethink X. He did some interesting modeling where he was like, well, what happens if shit. And there's like a different curve you can look at where you can say like, well, what's the optimum amount if I want to like build, like I only need whatever 2 gigawatts, but I build 4 gigawatts and I have some storage in there as well. You can charge the batteries faster with that. And it has also the unintended consequence of driving down the levelized cost of energy for solar even faster. So that's like a whole rabbit hole you can go down. It's absolutely fascinating. Very few people in Bitcoin understand it. But the beauty of it is that what I think is going to happen over time is we're going to keep building more and more solar and storage. Those are going to keep getting cheaper. And basically you're going to have like the electricity where the marginal cost approaches zero. It's never going to go to zero, but like that means you can do all kinds of interesting things with it. One, use Bitcoin as the buyer of last resort. So basically you're going to have free markets for like, what do you do with this really cheap electricity? And in real time, you'll have software that says, well, for every electron, do I sell it to the grid? Do I sell it to the miner? Do I sell it to everyone that's concerned about energy density and use for you know, sort of like petrochemicals and that sort of stuff? There's this whole thing called electrolysis where you can basically create green hydrogen. So you literally take water and you create hydrogen out of it. And the big cost there is electricity. So once that gets really cheap, all of a sudden you can now create these green fuels. Then there's desalination of water. Like that's going to be a really big use case for all this stuff. So the cheaper stuff gets, and you're already starting to see some of these green hydrogen plants go completely off grid. So what's interesting there is something that a lot of people also understand is you can actually go and look at these different grids. ERCOT's the big one in Texas as an example, and see the interconnection queues, which is all of the projects that are applying to get permitting. The biggest block to all of this energy getting super cheap, super fast is permitting. Because the grids, some of it's like political bullshit, not in my backyard, NIMBYism is a huge problem. Our grids are also very dated. We don't have nearly enough like high voltage DC connectors to make a continent scale grid, which is what we should have. Eventually, a world size grid would be the real dream. That's what Bucky wanted, Bucky Fuller. But, if you look at these, the interconnection queues, even like it's not a political issue. And I feel like sadly, because there's, some political leanings in Bitcoin, the green energy thing or whatever you want to call it gets, unfairly examined. Texas, there's no political sympathy for this stuff, right? The entire interconnection queue, like over 80%, probably over 90% now, is solar, storage, and wind, full stop. Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
You're saying that's what Texas uses today?
No, that's what's in their interconnection queue in ERCOT. I think their actual usage, I don't know if it's like 20 or 30%.
Interconnection queue, these are people who are applying for permits for...
People that say, I have the financing ready and I want to build this big solar farm or this wind farm or this huge basically battery or a combination of those things at this site. And so anyways, the interconnection queues are all solar, wind, and storage because that's what's really cheap right now. And will continue to get cheaper. And so, in the long run, what I'm really excited about is, how do you break that bottleneck? Because a lot of it's political and permitting. And so you're starting to see some people that are building solar projects directly connected to green hydrogen off grid. And because it's cheap enough, you may be able to justify the cost just making it when the sun is shining. And eventually what I think you'll have is like microgrids hooked up to that. Maybe Bitcoin miners are brought in first to finance it for the first years while you're building the green hydrogen. So it brings the cost down. And it's all about crossing tipping points, right? Like when we went, into Mexico with Bright, it was literally just like looking around the world. The countries we looked at were Mexico and South Africa and just said, well, where did solar cross on its curve, on its cost decline, the cost of grid electricity in a specific market? So one by one, as it gets cheaper, you open up new markets, new possibilities. And I think, we could riff on this forever, but I think one of the biggest takeaways, and again, I shouted out many times in the last podcast, but I'll shout him out again, is Drew Bansel. He called all of this in 2018 or 2019. I think it was 2018. He has an excellent talk called Blockchain Mind Candy. And he has this conjecture called the Nakamoto point. And the conjecture is very simple. The conjecture is there will come a point where the marginal cost of selling electricity to the grid equals the marginal cost of selling electricity to the Bitcoin network. And that's where we stabilize. And probably forevermore, we have some percentage as GDP grows, which is a proxy for energy. So we've talked about, some of my thoughts that Bitcoin's energy-backed money, the only currency of the universe, the known universe is energy, full stop. And so there will come a point where, there's probably some constant ratio or percentage of global energy production that is necessary to secure the money supply. And I think gold, I couldn't find this article. I was looking for, for the last podcast, but there was, I think, some gold standard guys who kind of speculated about what this percentage was when we were on the gold standard, because gold is a proxy for energy. You had to have the miners to dig it up, blah, blah, blah. And, but now we can potentially get empirical evidence for that in our lifetime. So I'm quite excited.
That's awesome. And
I know there's a lot there.
Are you, I know that you've invested, kind of your day job, you're a venture capitalist, right? So you've invested in a lot of kind of software and application layer things, but it feels like there's a whole bunch of commercial opportunities in, energy, mining, that whole, and it seems like it's very dynamic, changing very fast.